So this happened a long time ago when I was still pretty young. I'd say around 2010 to 2012 maybe. My family and I went to go visit some family out in a more rural part of my city. It was pretty much the outskirts where it was still a lot of bush. My parents would often go there to drinks on the weekends while I hung out with my cousins, and considering that fact, we always slept over. Before I go on, let me paint the picture of the situation. Basically, they had a very long yard in length that was surrounded by fence with a deck in the back that stretched out long enough to see the main road out front. It had a small shed in the front, the yard, and behind the shed was their trampoline. I should add that this shed was very small that you could look over it and see the main road. Out on the main road was just a bunch of trailer homes lined up on a road that just went straight for maybe a few kilometers. Anyway, it was about midnight, and my cousin and I were on the trampoline just being kids, probably playing some made-up game. My uncles and parents would often go out to the back deck to have a smoke, so as usual, we hear them all come out, and they're laughing, being distracted by whatever they're talking about. My uncle hears us being a little loud and was ready to come tell us to be quiet. But before he could tell us to stop, he just goes, "What the fuck?" My cousin and I thought we were in trouble, so we immediately look over to him. He continues to say, "Who the hell is that?" "Pat, my dad, come look at this." As we're staring at him, we realize he wasn't looking at us. He was looking off to the main road in the front. My cousin and I, being curious, we look over to the main road as my dad walks over to my uncle. There was a very old lady with short gray hair, what looked to be a hospital gown, and blue slippers. She was quite literally just standing there watching my cousin and I play. Since we were so distracted, we never even noticed her, so I can't say how long she had been standing there. My dad yells, "Who are you?" with my mom and other uncles also coming to look. With that, she began to slowly walk away, and I mean slow. My uncle tells us to go inside as they start walking towards the gate at the front of the yard to confront her. My cousin and I, being little shits, got off the trampoline but stayed to see the commotion. My uncle and dad walk out to the main road to find that she had disappeared. They both say, "Wait, where did she just go?" Me being confused, I also walk out the gate to see it for myself, and to my surprise, she was nowhere to be seen. And like I said earlier, this road was just straight and pretty long, so their guess was that she snuck into somebody's yard. But with her being that slow and old, it was hard to make sense of it, because all these trailer homes had decently tall fences, and that was the only way to enter. My dad calls out, "Is anyone there?" and nobody answers. They begin to get creeped out, and at that point, I was pretty scared. My dad and uncle take us inside and begin trying to make sense of what just happened. My uncle, who lived there, said he didn't recognize her and has never seen her come around before. They ask us if we saw her there before, and we say no. But I explained that she was wearing a hospital gown with slippers. We all thought how odd for an old lady in slippers to be walking around so late at night in a rural area where a lot of coyotes come in and out of. Surely she'd be asleep in her home, or if she wanted some fresh air, she'd stay on her deck. There was really no making sense of the situation until my uncle said that the mental hospital was not far, but far enough for it to be quite a walk, especially for an older lady. They started speculating that she might have escaped, hence why she had a hospital gown on. I mean, maybe she did live in the area but had dementia. With all of that, it still didn't make sense that she had just disappeared after not even 60 seconds had gone by. And I do find it a little hard to believe that we all saw the same spirit. It really creeped my cousin and I out, and we never went out there that late at night again, nor did we ever see her again. Everyone I tell this story to also have a hard time making sense of it. If anyone has possibly gone through a similar experience, please let me know, because I often think about it.